What's up, everybody? Thomas Brandon here. Welcome to another School of Sim Racing video. Now, real quick, before we actually dive into what we're going to be covering, I just want to let you know, those of you who've been following me for a while, you know that we've got the Open Wheel Masterclass coming up, and I was actually initially charging money for that. Well, I'm not anymore. It's going to be free. So if you're interested in that, head over and get signed up for that, okay? It is going to be free, all right? It's a very long story as to why. Just know that, you know, I was never trying to screw people or trick people or anything like that. Like I said, my whole intention was always to just have fun and teach people this stuff. And so we're doing it for free. I am accepting donations. It is going to cost me money to do this. So if you want to donate, head over, get on the email list, and then you'll have an opportunity to donate later. But just know that it's going to be free, all right? And it's still going to be the same training. You're still going to get all the same stuff, all the setups, everything for all the open wheel cars. So anyways, moving on. What are we talking about in today's video? Well, we're going to be covering your steering wheel setup. Now, I actually had some requests for this. I've had quite a few requests for this, actually. And it's really important that you get this right, because here's the deal. Just like when you're doing chassis adjustments or trying to set up your race car to a track, there's a specific order in which you must do that. So for example, if you're trying to get your car dialed in at, Lernerville, right? Or any oval track for that matter, the order in which you have to look at it is the entry, the apex, and then the exit, right? You can't start adjusting your car's exit if the entry is crap, right? You have to have the entry done correctly before you can move on to the next step. It's the same thing with this. There's a lot of you out there who might be struggling right now, and you think it's your setup or you think it's your driving technique, when really all it is your wheel's not set up correctly. I mean, that is absolutely 100% a possibility. And so I'm going to show you how to do this now, because I've seen other videos out there that have walked through specific pieces, but not the whole process. And so I'm going to show you the entire process right now. Okay. So first things first, you need to go download the iRacing wheel check utility. Okay. Now, if you do a Google search, go on to Bing or Firefox or whatever, you type in iRacing wheel check utility, it'll come up. Download it, all right? Then when you open it up, you're going to select your wheel. As you can see, I'm just using a Thrustmaster TMX. I don't have no high-priced equipment. You don't have to have the best to run good. Does it make a difference? Hell yes. I can tell you right now, having used other force feedback wheels in the past, right? I've got my eyes on a new CSL Elite setup from Fanatic, right? Because I know it's going to make a huge difference. But that being said, you can still do very, very well and have a fun, awesome experience with the Thrustmaster TMX or a G29, right? Or G920, right? You don't have to have a $2,000 direct drive setup, okay? Now, rant over. Moving on. So what we're going to do is first of all, make sure that your position of your wheel is at 0, right? You want it exactly at 0. And then you're going to go here to where it says spring force, and you go right down here to minimum force, min force, and you're going to click on it. Click. And you're going to wait a few seconds. You see this number building up right here? That's the system testing your wheel. All right? Right there. You see this number that pops up? Your maximum value for steering force feedback base offset is 19.5. What we're going to do, we're going to move our wheel to 0. And we're going to do it again. And we're going to wait a few seconds. All right, another one, 16.5. Okay, do it again. Now, basically what you want to do is you want to do this, I would say do it 4 or 5 times, okay? Take those numbers, get yourself an average, all right? 17.5. I can tell you right now from experience, because I'm not going to sit here and do this 5 times, I can tell you right now from experience, for me, my minimum force is 16. In fact, if I were to do this, 100 times, 65, 70% of the, or 70 of those times, it will just say 16. Okay, so that's the number that I want. So that's what, once we've got that, now we're going to head over to the racetrack. Okay, so now that we're here at the track and we're at the Fairbury with the World of Outlaws, the 410 sprint cars, I figured, hey, they're racing there. I'm going to be doing some testing here, right? So let's just do that while we're here. So go to the track and then go to options. Okay. And what you're going to do is you can see I've got my minimum force at 16. What you're going to do is this. You're going to hit reset. All right. And whatever that resets it for you, that's what it's going to do. Then you're going to go down here to your minimum force and you're going to put it at the number that you came up with, 16. Okay. Now, wheel force. For me, I have discovered that I like it to be at 5. All right. Check with your manufacturer of your wheel to see what this should be at. They might have a recommended setting or anything like that. I like it to be at about 5. Okay. Play around with this. But what I want you to do is just set this number, right? Leave the strength alone where it was set when you reset it. Okay. Now we're going to go out and we're going to test. So what we're going to do is we're going to go see our black box here. We're going to click on this until we get to here. See where it says force feedback strength? What we're going to do is we're going to go out and we're going to turn some laps. And after a few laps, this little thing's going to pop up that's going to say auto. And that's what we're waiting for. All right. So let's go turn some laps. Really quick, one of the things you'll notice about Fairbury is that you can actually, I mean, if you can do it in the 410s, I would imagine you can do it in the 360s. You can actually hold it wide open here if you drive it hard enough. And you're really rewarded for running high. Oh, as I run into the wall there. Let's try this again, shall we? And actually tagging the wall, not hitting it like I just did, but tagging the wall a little bit might be a good thing for this because you're trying to get a good setting for your wheel. But you want to really make sure that you're not all over the place, but you want to make sure that you're actually turning this thing, that you're getting it to, kind of do some bump steering, driving it into the corner hard. You don't want to be pussyfooting around. You're really trying to push this wheel because you want to know what this auto setting is going to be. It's going to be based off of how the car is reacting and how you're driving. Right? So there's our auto number right there. Now we're going to go here and we're going to click auto. 6.2. Now, I can tell you for me personally, I like it to be a little bit higher than the auto number. I like it actually 2 higher. But you need to try the auto setting and see how it feels for you, okay? But for me, I like it 2 higher, and for me that's perfect. I'm all set to go now. And now I've got my wheel dialed in. Whoops, as I hit the wall. Now I've got my wheel dialed in, and I'm all set. Like I'm ready to go. Okay? And that's how you do it. That's literally all there is to it. Now, really quick, make sure that you do this, and then you need to go to every one of your cars and run this, okay? Because every car is going to be different, right? My settings for the 360 are not the same as the 410. And those are both wing sprint cars. My setting for the super dirt late model is way different than my setting for the dirt midget. So you want to make sure that you go through and run this for all these different cars. It only takes a few minutes, and use custom controls, right? Make sure you have that clicked, okay? Because it's going to make a huge difference, all right? But that's going to do it. That's how you get those wheels dialed in. And now once you've got that dialed in, now you can start looking at driving techniques and setups and all that other stuff like that, okay? So that's going to do it. Really quick, if you want to learn more about driving techniques, how to drive these vehicles, right? The wing sprint cars, the dirt midgets, and the non-wing sprint cars, head over to down to the description below, click on the link and get signed up on my email list so you can go to this masterclass I'm going to be doing. It's going to be over the course of 6 weeks. I'm going to be doing live open practice sessions where I'm going to be coming in. You're going to actually ride along with me in the very beginning of it. I'm going to show you exactly what we're working on, how to do it and stuff like that. And then you're going to join me on the track and we're going to spend a couple of hours each week working together. me showing you how to do this. Dry slick tracks, setups, chassis adjustments, all of it, non-wing, winged, dirt midgets, you name it. So if that sounds cool to you, right? Like sounds like something you'd want to do. And like I said, it's free, okay? If you want to donate, you can, but you don't have to. You can join, you can sign up and join, come do it for free. That sounds like something you want to do, click the link down in the description below. Get signed up on the email list, because that's the only way you're going to be able to get the information for it, because it's going to be password protected and closed, okay? So that'll do it. As always, thank you very much for joining me. Until next time, I want to wish you, as always, good luck, good racing, take care. I'll see you in the next video. Have a good one.